You want to meet him? First, he created this extraordinary universe a quarter century ago and changed television forever. He's the only person in the world who knows if and when Scully will get her own desk. Please meet series creator Chris Carter. Fun fact, our next panelist's X-Files contract forbids him from cracking a smile while in character. That's right, he's legally unable to lighten up. Pucker up and kiss the ass of the actor behind Skinner, Mitch Pileggi. She's a badass on screen and even more so off. Let me finish my introduction and then you can scream. A role model for women, girls, and gay men everywhere. A pop culture icon. Get up on your fucking feet and greet her like the fucking goddess she is, Gillian Anderson! Stay on your feet because, speaking of pop culture icons, he's an actor so versatile he can slay in either a red Speedo or red pumps. The only thing spooky about him is he doesn't get older, he gets handsomer. And most impressive, he never fails to make us believe. Please welcome David Duchovny.
Hey, you bunch of maniacs. What are you doing?
Welcome, everybody. Gillian, David, Mitch, Chris, does that ever get old, that kind of introduction?
I am so sick of that.
That's what my kids do when I walk in a room.
So we just saw that awesome trailer. Chris, I have a couple questions I need to get at right away. We saw a glimpse of Langley in there. He didn't seem like it was a hallucination this time around. He seemed real and alive. What can you tell us about his status in these 10 episodes?
I can't tell you anything.
Come on, throw us a bone.
I can just tell you that Langley is in the show this season.
All right. Well, the other big question, William, Scully and Mulder's son. Fair to say this season he plays a pivotal role in these episodes?
Yes, he's with Langley. Yeah, we explore that relationship, father, son, mother relationship, and you'll see more of William than you've seen in a long time.
Gillian, David?
Yes.
Who does he resemble more, mom or dad?
I mean, which one of us does he look more like?
Yes.
It's a good question. What do you think? Scandalous. The scandal begins.
That's another show.
Well, he's got David's height, I'll tell you that much.
I think it's handled really cool the way that the William storyline.
Thank you.
I think it's brilliant, and you and I talked about that a little bit. We did. Yeah. No, but I think it's really done well. think you guys are going to be very, very happy with it.
And I understand in these 10 episodes, Scully and Mulder will get a little more closer back to the sort of the personal and emotional connection that we maybe didn't get so much of in the last 6 episodes, which was all business. Chris, fair to say?
They get kissing close.
When's that going to happen?
Tell us, are the tongues?
Again, Skinner. Mulder, Skinner.
Slash.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
How is their dynamic, Gillian and David? How is the dynamic between them different? You've shot 5 so far. How is it different in the first 5 compared to the last 6? Tongues?
Well, we're kind of on the same page. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you start the season, it's the cliffhanger we're dealing with in the first episode, so there's no tongues. And then, Mulder and Scully are still professional partners. They're not romantic partners, but you can rage against the machine all you want. But we do explore that relationship in interesting ways, so hang in there.
And the trailer, Mitch, we saw Mulder and Skinner going at it. Is that over Scully or something else?
Of course it is. No, it's well, I don't know. I can't really. We can't say much about anything here. No, it's just two bulls in the same room, just going, butting heads and having a different opinion, which they do a lot. And he keeps crossing the line that I'm standing on, and as a result, there's a lot of testosterone flowing.
But when Mitch and I do a fight scene now, it's like, ow, ow, ow.
Ow, don't hit me
It's
so
just like,
hard.
can you push like here rather than here?
Literally, I said, can you hit me on the chest, not on the shoulders, because they're arthritic from doing stunts on the X-Files for 9 years?
Yeah.
Mitch, how much Skinner are we getting in this new season?
How much Skinner? A lot of Skinner.
You're getting more than you did the last 6, absolutely. So there's, which I'm very happy about. So they're doing some cool things with the character, and you're finding out things about the character that you didn't know before. So it's pretty cool.
Yes.
Chris, what more can you say about Skinner in season 11?
We do an episode where we explore his backstory, and I said his backstory, not his backside.
Backstory, not his backside.
So easy. Yeah, Gillian, really? Really? Really?
David and Gillian, did you, when you shot the finale, it obviously ends in a huge cliffhanger, did you assume that there would probably be more, or did you walk away saying, nope, this is it, bye?
definitely, that was it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was done.
And then what changed?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh.
Were you surprised to get the call? Were you surprised that?
No, not surprised. I was surprised by my final answer, but I wasn't surprised to get the call.
David?
Your question is?
My question was, when you shot that finale, it was a
I think we, every season, aside from in maybe the middle, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, we kind of shot a legitimate ending to the show. So it's always it's always in Chris's hands to try to resurrect the show from wherever he left it that final time. So it just seemed to me like another end, and if it was the end, then so be it, and if not, and luckily it wasn't up to me to try to get us out of that, you know.
And Chris, you have 10 episodes now to play with versus 6. Is it easier to sort of juggle that balance, or strike that balance between mythology and standalone Monster of the Week, having more?
I think it's more like the seasons that people are familiar with, where we would do 20 to 25 episodes, and there'd be long arcs rather than a really steep arc like we did with 6 episodes. We'd never done that before, so 10 feels like the right mix.
And some of my favorite episodes, Darren Morgan is back for his regular episode. Those are some of my favorite episodes. What can you say about the plot, Chris, of his episode this time around?
These guys just filmed it, so I'm going to actually let them talk about it. It's as you come to expect with a Darren Morgan episode. It's original, idiosyncratic, very, very funny. It's a thumb in the eye of the show itself. Anyway.
That kind of says it all, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, what I find, the thumb in the eye business, I find really interesting because aside from being a thumb in the eye to the show, Darren seems to have a special hatred of Mulder, that he's exercising some personal demons by attacking the character of Mulder. And I love his scripts, and I find it very interesting to try to play the same character while deconstructing and self-destructing the character at the same time. So Darren always presents special challenges in that way.
And also, all of his characters that he writes, other than Mulder and Scully, are aspects of himself. And the main character in his episode this season looks identical to him, like a.
What do you mean?
I'm allowed to say that, aren't I?
I think so.
I think
Really?
the picture of the actor has already been tweeted out, so yes. Yeah, is that right?
No.
Okay.
He's just on the screen.
Never mind.
But with the Darren episode, do you show up to work one day and you're like, oh, we're doing this today, and you sort of have to wrap your head around that? What kind of, can you give us any hints about what you had to wrap your head around this time around? Like physically or something else?
They've worked with Darren before. I finally got to do a Darren Morgan episode. And he said to me, okay, I'm going to let you do the scene, say the line the way you want to say it, and then I'm going to tell you how I want you to say it. So I did it, and then he goes, okay.
Yeah.
So he comes to me and he goes, okay, make it bigger, bigger, a lot bigger. And I was like, oh my God, this is Skinner. He doesn't behave like that. And he goes, this is a Darren Morgan episode. And so anyway, he got it. He got it out of me, and it was like it felt so unnatural for what I was doing. But it was fun. It was fun working, being able to work with them.
I laughed.
Did you laugh?
I laughed.
You did. You broke.
I did. I laughed.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
I like to think of those as Daggoo moments,
Daggoo.
where I saw David say Daggoo in a way I'd never imagined him saying it.
That makes two of us.
Chris, what can you say about some of the other themes of the episodes? I understand there's a doppelganger episode. Tell me more about that one.
Actually, a woman who played a character that you're all familiar with, the mother under the bed of the Peacock family.
Karen Knovel.
Karen Conoval. She's actually here today in the audience.
Karen, where are you? It's out there.
Glenn Morgan told me she always wanted to play a man, and so I took that idea and wrote a part for her that she gets to play 4 different characters, and 2 of them are men. So I think you have something interesting to watch episode 3.
Yeah, she's
amazing.
yeah, she's a special actress, and it was a pleasure to work with her. And yeah, it's an amazing role.
What's the Easter egg quotient this time around?
Easter egg?
Like little hints from the past season or little nods to the previous seasons.
Oh, there's little things. There's things on Mulder's bulletin board. There's all kinds of things. Actually, you know, somebody who's responsible for some of the Easter eggs is Gillian's daughter, Piper. She's been working in the art department this season and has her own special take on the show.
She's good at Easter eggs.
When the cliffhanger had Mulder near death, but when we pick up, it seems Scully is the one.
Can we start to refer to equal time? Easter eggs, Hanukkah gelt. I'm a little, being half Jewish. I like Easter as much as the next guy. But you can also think of it as little chocolate gold coins hidden under the pillows of your couch. Thank you.
What was my question? Why? What's going on?
Just say yes. Just say yes. That's what we all do. We say yes and we
You're
move
beginning
on.
to see what it's like for Chris to have to work with us.
Why? What's wrong with Scully? What's wrong with Scully? What's wrong with Scully when we pick up? She's in a hospital bed.
Oh, what's wrong with her? Oh.
Did we see the same trailer?
Yeah, I don't know where to begin.
I'd be spoiling everything. I could give you a funny answer, but you really don't want the answer to that, do you?
And the final shot of the trailer, we see a young cigarette-smoking man. Will there be an episode about his backstory, or is it just going to be worked
Yes,
out?
yes. We actually begin the season, episode 1, with some backstory on the cigarette-smoking man.
Gillian, David, and Mitch, anything from last season that fans have said to you that surprised you, something that maybe they took one way that you didn't expect, or something that most people really liked that surprised you that you didn't think, oh, I didn't think that was going to be as popular as it was?
There seems to be a lot of discussion about Scully's hair. I think a lot more than the hair makeup department anticipated initially, but that was surprising, yeah.
How involved are you in Scully's look?
Well, very involved in clothing choices.
She looks amazing in this trailer. She's wearing some nice outfits. Well done, Gillian. Well done. You're fine too, dude. Can we give a shout out to my T-shirt? We were talking about clothes, so that felt like it was an appropriate segue. You were saying. So you're hands-on in terms of what she wears.
Yeah, and also in terms of the hair, to a degree. I mean, it came. The wig.
Cousin,
It's okay.
cousin it.
It's okay.
I know, isn't it? It's a lot redder this season than it was last season.
And I don't know if I'm giving anything away, but the wig has its own series on Amazon coming up next year. 6 episodes. Stay tuned.
So I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but let's jump to the cliffhanger or the finale of this coming season. Does it end on a cliffhanger again? Are we gonna be on the edge of our seat once again, wondering what the fuck is going on? Chris.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. We're shooting the 5th episode right now. We have the 6th episode, which is Skinamarinky Dinky Doo right here. And so we haven't seen 7, 8, 9, 10, and I don't know what the arc is. And do you know? No, we don't know what the arc is. So it's up to Chris there.
Well, it's ending on a cliffhanger, I hear.
Yeah, I know.
Some news for both of you.
What about cliffhanger?
You're not going to get any closure. It's going to end on a cliffhanger. What's your reaction?
Knowing the way Chris likes to name characters, I'm surprised he hasn't had a character named Cliff Hanger.
I like that one.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Cliff. Hanger. Cliff Hanger. Nice to meet you, Mr. Hanger. Agent Hanger. Special Agent Cliff Hanger.
So, Gillian, David, Mitch, are you okay with the idea that you might be here on this stage every 2 years for the rest of your life? 'Cause I'd be okay with that. Would you guys be okay with that? Because Chris, you told me backstage you don't really see an end to this.
No, I said there's a lot of life left in this show. You know.
So,
Oh,
I
your
asked-
birthday's coming up. Yeah, 10/13.
10:13.
all right.
Once we were doing a convention and we had them sing to you. Remember that? We sent you that? Yeah. Was it here? Is it Friday the 13th? This year? All the stars were aligning.
I think we're going to take some audience questions, right? I think you're going to line up on both sides and we're going to go one at a time, back and forth. Make them good. Which way are we starting? Okay, start over here, this side.
Hi, I'm Jonah from Suffern, New York.
Hello.
And I was just wondering whether it's writing or acting in it, do you prefer the episodes that deal with the overall mythology of the show or the individual episodic installments?
This is for the actors. Cass. Gillian, do you have a preference?
It's really an episode by episode kind of a thing. I don't know where you are.
She's right over here.
A lot of people are raising their hands right now. I only heard one voice, but I see a lot of hands. Well, anyway, I'm looking at your general. Oh, it's you. Well, now. This is a different situation. I don't know what I want to say anymore. You're from Suffern, New York?
Yes.
Okay. It really depends on the episode itself, whether, it's something that I can dig into or not. It could be a backstory type mythology thing, or sometimes the Monster of the Week episodes can resonate with a character in an interesting way. I wouldn't say that I have any preference, just per se. Gillian?
I think I enjoy the comedic episodes because I don't get to be funny very much in my life. Or at least most of the characters that I play are either suicidal or somebody's boss, or somebody's boss who commits suicide. So those are fun.
What's your preference? What do you like?
I got to go with the monster of the week ones.
Mitch, what about you?
You know, I like them all. I like them all. I'm entertained by both the monster and by the mythology and the standalone episodes. Yeah.
Have you read the script for the Skinner episode yet?
I have. Twice.
How excited? Twice. How excited are you to start?
Twice. I
shooting
read
that
it
one?
twice, Chris.
How excited are you to start shooting that one?
I'm very excited. Gabe Rotter, longtime associate of Chris, wrote it, and he did a great job with it. I'm very happy that you're all going to be finding out a little bit more about Wally.
Anything really surprise you about his backstory?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I think I envisioned a lot of this stuff. It's funny, a lot of the stuff that they wrote, I think I had built in my own mind as his backstory. So I think a lot of it is there, and a lot of it Chris had spoken to in earlier episodes of the original run of the show about Skinner's past. A little bit touched on it. This goes into it fairly bit more deeply.
We get to see young Wally.
You get to see young Walter Skinner.
Does he look more
He's
like
still
Mulder
bald.
or Scully? All right, next question over here.
Hello, my name is Dita. Melanie. And Karen.
Are you guys going to sing?
No. We are from the Mitch's Pledges because we pledge our allegiance to Mitch Pileggi.
God bless
So,
you.
thank you. Our question is, we know the X-Files Season 11 is such a highly anticipated event, and the fans are dying to know what's going on. And we know you can't really say anything much more than what you have already said, so our question is, for everyone, if you were to spread some fake news about Season 11, what would you say?
That's a good one. What's not happening in season?
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing. That's what I'd say.
David? What's not happening in season 11?
Skinner in a bubble bath.
Damn it. What?
Tongue.
What do you want? What do you want me to say? Tell me what to say. You always tell me what to do. Tell me what to say.
Whoa,
Any
whoa,
fake
whoa.
news that the fandom will believe?
What's
What's
going
that?
on between you two?
Any fake news that the fandom will believe?
I don't believe anything we say.
Skinner and Scully go to second base.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There you go. I just gave you something. Next question.
Wow.
My question's for Chris Carter. Hello, hi everybody. You said before that you had a desk drawer full of lost episodes when the series ended. Are these episodes new ones that you've created, or are they the old ones from the desk drawer?
Good question. These are all brand new episodes, so nothing pulled from the round file, as it were.
Will we ever see those or hear about those?
Pardon?
Will we ever hear about the lost episodes? Or what that was going to be?
Well, there's that one that you wrote about that bankrupt real estate guy who becomes president of the United States. But can't use that anymore.
And is there any future for Millennium?
Interesting.
The question was future for Millennium. Wasn't that the question? Millennium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what about Millennium?
Future.
Oh, future for
Millennium Revival.
You know, I just talked about it recently. That's a show I think that has life in it still, and so if someone wanted to talk to me about it.
Speaking of episodes, there was a 7th episode from last season that never got produced. Will we ever see that one?
That's a good question too. No, you won't see it.
And speaking of desk drawers, I was joking about it earlier, but are we going to see Scully's desk this season?
The question is, are we going to see Scully's desk? No, we're not going to see Scully's desk.
Gillian, what do you think Scully's desk looks like?
I think she's taken over Mulder's desk.
Next question. Oh, where are we?
Hi,
Over here.
I'm Justin from New Jersey, and last season I noticed most of the season was mythology episodes and less Monster of the Week episodes. So I was wondering, will this season focus more on mythology or Monster of the Week? And I was also wondering, would you guys do another X-Files movie?
The answer to the first question is there are really 8 standalone episodes and 2 mythology episodes, so that's the mix. But there's a character arc that spans all of those episodes, and the next X-Files movie, never say never.
Over here.
My question for you is, what do you consider bringing back the X-Files video game?
Who's that for? Oh, Chris?
Did it ever go away?
Making another one.
Another one. Gosh, you know, that's really a 20th Century Fox question. It's not a Chris question. I really didn't work on the video game or the comic books. I just kind of marvel at the work that other people do on them.
David, what did Gillian just whisper in your ear?
Oh, you can have the pasta or the fish.
Are you guys going to do another audiobook? Did you guys listen to the audiobook, the X-Files audiobook?
Did we do an audiobook?
Didn't you do an audiobook?
I think we did.
Did we?
Yeah, you did. Next question. I forget, where are we? Over here.
Hi, my name is John, and I was wondering if you're going to do an episode like Home.
Well, what do you mean, like Home?
Like, kind of like the same concept, like a really messed up episode like Home.
That's not a concept.
I think episode 8 may be...
8?
8.
Oh, we haven't seen that.
No, you haven't seen it. I hear it's going to be similarly messed up.
Give us something more. Who's writing it? Who's directing it?
It's being written by Glenn Morgan and James Wong, who did write Home, and that's all I can tell you.
This side?
Over here.
Oh, sorry. God, I track.
Right here.
Oh, middle.
Right, I'm gonna give... Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Mitch.
Hi.
My question, first I wanted to thank Gillian for mentioning that we need more women directors on the X-Files. And reiterate that you do need your own desk, because at this point it's just silly. My question is for Chris. In knowing what the Scully effect has meant to so many young women, and I'm seeing the preview today where she's sliding under the desk with a lot of more action scenes. Maybe...
Because that's what women do.
Yeah. Well, you know, Stella would do that, I think. Stella Gibson. What is the action sequence? Is it more action-based for Mulder and Scully than it was last time?
Yeah. So as the characters have got older, we've given them more action. They've become action heroes now. I think there's a lot of action in season 11. You can anticipate that. What, did you have another part of that question?
More like just a comment that I think that as a whole, the fact that you said that you're going to be listening to the fans is really appreciated. So thank you.
Next question?
I get to work with Carol Banker. Carol Banker's directing the next episode, the Skinner-centric episode. So it's Carol was our script supervisor originally on the show, and then she went on to start directing, and she's done very well. I'm really looking forward to working with her on it too. She's great.
Gillian and David, you both directed episodes, and David, you wrote an episode. Did you have any interest in doing that this time around?
No. I don't think there's room for us.
I did have an idea that I talked to Chris about, and we talked about maybe doing it, and Chris was great and open to letting me do it, but I didn't come through. I couldn't figure it out. It was an idea I had that wasn't an X-File that I thought I could make an X-File. And then I thought about if I was going to direct, I'd have to be light in a couple episodes out of 10. It didn't seem fair to put that kind of pressure on Chris and the writers to figure out how to get me out in order to direct, so it didn't work out that way.
So it was moved to season 12?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah, season 12.
You heard it here first. Next question.
Hi, I'm Rena from Virginia, and I am a huge fan. I dressed as Scully as for Halloween when I was younger. My son is named Fox, and I was wondering, what is your craziest fan experience?
That.
No one else?
I had somebody come up to me in a store, and they had my face tattooed on their arm. They had David's face tattooed on the arm, and then they had Anderson Cooper. I'm like going, what? And she wanted me to sign it so she could go have it tattooed, and I was like, really? Okay, it was interesting.
That's like a new trinity.
It is, yeah.
David? David, do you have a standout fan encounter?
Didn't you see that I was going to get out of that one without having to say anything? Can't you just move on?
Nope.
Two good answers. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff over the years, but thank you, or I should say 20th Century Fox thanks you for naming your child Fox. I'm not exactly sure.
It's definitely Mulder, Fox related.
All right, thank you. That's cool.
Next question.
Hi, I'm Lila from Boston, and this is Puppet Mulder. Gillian, you licked him last year, so he's still recovering from that.
You could show.
Can you put a light on her? Oh, yeah, come up to the stage. Look at this. Did you make him? Did you make him?
I did make him. He's about 5 years old now, so, he's aging with you guys. And...
David, what do you think of that? Do you think that looks like you?
I think the resemblance is uncanny.
Especially the double chin.
Just imagine if I said something like that.
What's your question?
So the bear on set, for whoever was there, what was the deal? And David, did you really use Gillian as bait? Doesn't seem very partnerly.
No. We were shooting on the side of the road, and we were just about to roll, or maybe we had started rolling, and I looked to the side in the bushes, and I thought, what's that guy doing in the bushes? And then it was a bear. It wasn't a guy. It was a bear who started walking towards me, and David was, in the scene, standing up the road a little bit, and I said, David, there's a bear. What am I supposed to do?
That's not how it happened at all. I swear. This is how it happened. I was watching this. I was behind camera. And I swear this is how it happened. A wild animal, a bear, comes out of the woods, and Gillian goes, bear.
No, that's not how it happened. How it happened was you were down there. It's close to what Gillian said. You were down there, and you go, David, it's a bear. It's a bear. What do I do? And I said, it's not a bear. And then the bear comes out, and I said, don't look at him. Walk to me. And you just walked to me.
Yeah.
And then the bear kind of went, roop, roop. And then he was...
I remember thinking, if it's gonna run after me, I don't want to see that. Like, if it's gonna decide to chase me, I just don't want to look. That's all.
And I remember thinking, if he comes at you, I'm gonna have to get between you two. And I'm like, no, I was thinking that. And I was thinking, I don't really want to die.
So instead, what he said was, what do bears eat besides actresses?
That was sometime later.
We have time for, Chris?
Well, I was just going to say, we were filming at a former mental hospital, and I said to David he was a bipolar bear.
And I reacted exactly the same way you guys just did.
We have time for one last question. All right.
Hi.
We'll get to you. Make it
Your
quick.
last question.
Yes.
Okay, hi. I'm Brian from New Jersey. I love all of your work. So, Gillian, I absolutely adore you on The Fall. David, you were beautiful on Twin Peaks. And Mitch, I love you on Supernatural. So my question is, basically, X-Files is such a big part of your lives, obviously. I was wondering if your characters in the X-Files, in what sort of subtle ways they might have influenced your acting or your portrayal of your characters in other shows you've been in, big shows, or vice versa. Maybe you have little experiences you might want to mention that seeped into either direction, like going to the X-Files character or the other characters.
Stargate Atlantis, I was basically playing Skinner with a flight suit. So it had a lot of influence on what I was doing.
David, any?
Well, it's kind of, it's not going to be a fun answer, but it's kind of our job to not let those things bleed through and cross over. The whole crossover idea to me is, I'm a little skeptical of it. So as an actor, you really got to be, you don't want that to happen. You don't want crossover. That's like bad acting.
So I was basically bad acting on Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, is that what you said? What did you say? What did you say? I didn't
That wasn't a funny answer. You're right.
What did you say?
I said I was basically playing Skinner with a flight suit.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I didn't hear.
Really, that's.
I actually didn't
that's
listen
a
to the
rarity.
question, so
I didn't hear that.
All right, we'll go on to the last question. Last question.
Did I answer your question? Maybe I was answering the wrong question.
Last question.
I'm sorry I answered that question.
How's it going? I'm Kyle from Long Island. I just wanted to say you guys are a huge inspiration for acting. It's unfathomable. Even Darby in Sons of Anarchy is great.
Thank you, man.
And my question is...
He's not at all like Skinner.
No, not at all. He looked a little bit more badass than Skinner. My question is according to the mythology and the skepticism around the whole show and everything that's been going on, is where do you guys come in? How much skepticism do you guys have towards all of that in question with mythology and aliens and all of that kind of?
What's in your bag? What is that?
It's an NYCC shirt.
Okay.
Sure, I understand that.
Are you a skeptic, believer?
The weird thing now is that everyone distrusts science and scientists. That's thrown all out the window, and everybody believes conspiracy theories now. It's exactly the opposite of the way the X-Files was.
So this guy here has been wanting to ask a question. Just ask it, and then we're done. Give him a microphone, please, this poor kid.
Thank you, sincerely appreciate it.
It better
Thank
be a
you for
good
doing
question.
this.
You're going to make me look like an asshole.
It's going to be great. Now, this question is for Chris. You've said before that no one ever really dies on the X-Files, which I absolutely love. I was wondering if you, as a writer, ever come into difficulty trying to figure out how to bring characters back, maybe specifically a guy who was hit in the face with a missile and is now kicking.
That was a good one.
Oh, right.
That doesn't mean you die.
I think we're going to end it there. Thank you so much. Thank you to Gillian Anderson, David Duchovny, Chris Carter, and Mitch Pileggi. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming out, everybody.